This video has spoilers for Star Wars Episode 7, so if you haven't seen it, go see it. And the reason I'm putting it in this video because the jackass who made the original video didn't.
Hey guys, I found a Star Wars video. Wanna watch it?
Sure. How bad could it be?
Tyrell is dead!
Want to avenge him?
Sure. Why not? Roll the intro!
I found there were many online who shared similar views to my own, and I noticed anyone criticizing the film to get jumped on and attacked by others. Some have even said that if you don't like this film, then you're not a real Star Wars fan.
So, how were people jumped and attacked? You wanna explain that?
And even if they were, how does not liking one film in a franchise make you not a fan?
Plus, do you have any evidence of people saying that?
When The Phantom Menace came out, many Star Wars fans said that Star Wars was back, and it was even the best Star Wars film ever. It was amazing. It was everything I thought it was going to be and more. But over time, when the hype died down and people looked back on the film, they realized that it really wasn't as great as they all thought. And now, The Phantom Menace is considered the worst Star Wars film. I've not read the Expanded Universe Star Wars books, but I have watched all of the films and played a bunch of the Star Wars games for years. I consider myself a Star Wars fan, just like anyone else, so I hope you hear me out. Please, don't take my opinions offensively.
We won't take it offensively as long as you bring good points.
Well, do some research, because most of the things in this film have to do with the EU, and we'll be using the EU to shatter some of your arguments. Real quick, before we start, we ourselves have not read the EU, but I have done some research, and I will link all my sources in the description below. So, with that out of the way, on with the commentary.
Let's see your first point.
The plot is broadly a copy of Episode 4, with bits of Episode 5 and 6 sprinkled in. From the start, there is a droid containing vital information for the Resistance, and it's separated from its master on a desert planet.
Okay, so the first point he brings up is true. Let's see the rest.
The droid is attacked by a scavenger, and ultimately the droid is saved by a young individual living in relative isolation.
So two different circumstances when the droids were attacked. But that's fine. Let's just hope he doesn't pull more things out of his ass.
Who is later found to be strong in the Force. Meanwhile, the droid's master, and an important person to the Resistance, has been captured by the bad guys.
So, Kylo Ren wanting to take Poe is somehow ripping off. Well, okay then. I totally thought that was different reasons and means. Let's just pretend he's right. So that means Episode 2 is ripping off Episode 4 because our Jedi were captured.
To be interrogated for information.
So, is every other torture scene in a movie a ripoff of all the other torture scenes in films?
This one is because the villain wore a helmet.
Okay, let's continue. It couldn't get worse.
Never say that again, please.
They are eventually helped to escape by someone dressed in a stormtrooper outfit.
Dressed in a stormtrooper outfit. Dressed in a stormtrooper outfit. Well, fuck me sideways, cause it's time for EU territory.
Wait. Not yet. We aren't that deep. The problem is that he's not wearing a disguise. He's wearing his normal uniform. His khakis and polo, if you will.
Thank you. His BS pissed me off so bad.
The bad guys in search of the droid land on the desert planet and destroy the hometown of our hero.
No, see, the Empire burned Luke's house and killed his family, making him leave for vengeance. Rey couldn't care less about her home being destroyed.
The droid and our main character manage to escape on the Millennium Falcon and gain the help of Han Solo and Chewbacca.
No. Just having the Millennium Falcon doesn't rip it off. They stole it to escape from the fighters. Also, you say they get Han's help on Jakku. Well, that's just plain wrong.
The only reason he helps was because of Luke. And he wasn't even going to help them all the way, but no, that's ripping off. Because it's not the Star Wars film I want to see. See why this killed Tyrell?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now. But what I'm not seeing is a way for me to do the same. But now that seems like a better fate than this.
The main villain is a mask-wearing and very powerful warrior who uses a voice synthesizer.
I'm sorry, but guess what? This next point is it is time for the EU game. Time for me to name every Sith Lord with a mask. Ready? Go.
This. Why have you done this to me, man?
Yep, let's begin. Darth Nihilus, Revan, Fifth Brother, Seventh Sister, and Visa. Though, not a full mask, but still counts. I'm not even touching most of them.
Really? Are you forgetting Maudis from the SWTOR games?
Thanks for reminding me. So see how this mask thing fails on your part?
A very, very old, sage-like alien character with a peculiar voice and mannerisms.
No, Maz isn't a Yoda ripoff. Her accent is somehow a ripoff of Yoda's speech pattern?
And the way she acts is like an angry grandma. Yoda's like your eccentric granddad. And yes, both are wise, but that is a common trope in media.
Again, the scene is similar to another scene or character, and this is somehow a bad thing. There have been many movies made in over 100 years. I think a good amount of this type of trope character is common. And interesting fact, this is where I originally quit the video in pure rage.
The hero goes underground, where they have a vision through the Force, and the wise, sage-like alien offers some guidance to the troubled youngster.
She went down into Maz's basement and fought Kylo Ren, which it turns out that she is Kylo Ren. It's not like it was like this or anything.
The bad guys reveal a massive planet-sized superweapon and demonstrate its power by killing a whole planet and untold billions of lives.
Killing a whole planet? Don't you mean a galaxy? I mean, yeah, I'm nitpicking, but I've seen this movie 3 times, so I kind of have the right to nitpick.
Watch it more than once to get your facts straight, even though I haven't.
Well, that's what I'm here for, my good friend.
But that doesn't explain why I'm here.
Well, your emotional support. I need it. I'd die by the end of this if I did it alone.
Why wouldn't you die anyway?
Well, because with you here, there's a 50-50 chance one of us will die.
I don't like those odds, but this is wasting time. Just get back to flaming.
Yeah, let's just get on with it.
Many of the story strokes are directly copied from episode 4, with some aspects of the plot lifting ideas and moments from episode 5 and 6 too.
Well, let's forget about the original scenes, like they didn't exist.
Well, maybe you'll talk about it later.
Nope!
Why did I ask?
I don't know.
Doesn't make them better. Rey is like Luke, but 100 times more powerful and awesome.
And even Rey, aside from being a Force user, is not really anything like Luke. She is a scavenger who's generally calm, who never wanted to go on an adventure, where Luke is a whiny farm boy who has a huge sense of adventure. Also, this is something I recorded after, by the way. You're saying that Luke wasn't overpowered. You know, someone who defied the laws of fucking physics isn't overpowered.
There's a snow planet, but it's not Hoth. There's a desert planet, but it's not Tatooine. There's a tree planet, but it's not Endor.
There is a snow planet, but it's different because Hoth is subarctic, as in North and South Pole. And this is just a normal planet with snow, like having a northern forest tundra-y thing. And by the way, Battle of Hoth is different from the Battle of Tatanova. It's different from the Battle of Endor.
No context is ever given to the Republic, Resistance, or the First Order.
And the First Order, the Republic, and the Resistance are pretty obvious. The First Order wants to overthrow the Republic because they think the Empire was right, and the Resistance wants to stop the First Order. Nazis.
It's like a TV show pilot, with loads of secrets and questions to get you hooked and watching the rest of the season.
Yes, it's not like it's, I don't know, the first in a trilogy or anything that they're gonna explain more, and not many questions were left unanswered. And half the stuff you're gonna bring up, they explain in the movie, dumbass.
How does Rey and Finn know how to fight with a lightsaber?
I know. And it's not like, oh, I don't know. They are going to explain how Rey knows how to use a lightsaber in episode 8.
And the reason Finn knows how to use a lightsaber? It's pretty obvious. It's because he's a stormtrooper.
Who are Rey's parents? What?
And we know Rey's father is Luke.
But do we really know that?
Yes, because of the Disney League.
Why is Finn different to the other stormtroopers? Who are the Knights of Ren?
They say straight on the movie that this isn't the first time it happened.
Well, what about the Knights of Ren? They don't explain that right.
You know what time it is? It's time for the EU game. So everyone throw your hands in the air as I make myself look like a big nerd ass.
Oh, please, no. You aren't helping my situation.
Okay, so in the novelization of the book, they clearly explain the Knights of Ren. Okay, so the Knights of Ren are a group of dark side users who, guess what, use Sith Lord objects to increase their powers. So they probably would find, I don't know, the most powerful Sith Lord object to make themselves really freaking powerful, and I'm pretty sure that Darth Vader's helmet is the most powerful thing they could think of.
How do you know this stuff?
I'm a nerd ass, my dad, and of course, Wikipedia, link in the description below.
You mean the Star Wars equivalent of Wikipedia? The source that everybody says you shouldn't use on its own?
Did you forget my nerd assness? And my dadness. Is that a word?
Seems legit.
And in a Star Wars film, this is a big mistake. The film overall is just far too rushed.
Yeah. Now, can I leave? I'm starting to hate the fandom, and that's making me hate you. And that's giving me ideas, and your gun cabinet is unlocked. So, can we get this over with?
What gun cabinet? All I have is a flamethrower.
Yeah, but you get the idea.
The film sorely needs some exposition. Where was the roundtable meetings to discuss the current political situation? Where was the calmer moments to help learn more about these cool new characters? Why should we care about those planets being destroyed, or the New Republic, when we don't even know who or where they are?
Why should we care about Alderaan being destroyed, aside from Princess Leia? Who else matters?
So, calmer moments like Rey's whole section on Jakku, and also the bonding between Poe and Finn, as well as the fact of when all the scenes on the Falcon, yeah, those weren't calm at all, and we didn't learn anything about them.
A lot of criticism and love of the film has been directed at Rey. Some have called her a Mary Sue.
The major complaint with Rey is that she's an overpowered Mary Sue, though I can make the argument that Luke is probably even more overpowered than her, due to the fact that, he kind of defied the laws of physics in Episode 4 by bending proton shots in space.
I would have liked to see his death be far more intimate, and actually mean something, rather than be in the middle of a bridge with prime seats for all his friends. I mean, in the original trilogy, Luke's confrontation with Vader in Episode 5 and 6 is so intimate and believable. Han's death just feels Hollywoodized and artificial.
His death wasn't intimate. His goddamn son kills him. And Chewie literally snaps and tries to kill Kylo. How the hell is that not intimate?
I love how you compare a fight scene to a death scene. That's genius. I would never think of anything else that's genius. And also the fact that Han's death was supposed to emulate Ben Kenobi's death.
Think that Luke was a hero that would never give up on his friends or the galaxy? Well, too bad. He ran away and became a hermit, leading to even more deaths and disasters. The old Luke would never have run away from his friends.
You know, I think losing your nephew to the dark side you devoted most of your life to defeating would make you question yourself and distance others from you. Would you think that, Mav?
Kylo Ren is bae.
Besides that,
You know what we must do. The most desperate card in our hand.
no. Are we really that desperate?
Yes, I mean, the prequels. So Obi-Wan and Yoda exile themselves to hide from the Empire at the end of Episode 3, and of course with Star Wars Rebels, Kanan doesn't even use his lightsaber except for desperate measures. But we can't forget the fact that Kylo Ren is Luke's nephew, so can we blame him for exiling himself? Not being able to kill his sister's only child, broken at the fact that he can't reach his own family, and believing that his daughter Rey was killed by Kylo at the attack on his Jedi temple. So why do you think Kylo was so mad that the girl left Jakku?
Than what Disney and JJ have given us with this. Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
I'm stopping the video here because so much butt hurt at the end. But anyway, other than that, this video sucks. Aside from one point, everything they say is just bullshit, and I'd be repeating myself, which is why I cut out some of the video. Anyway, Sirius, what's your thoughts?
Frankly, I feel like this idiot is just trying to piss a bunch of people off with this video. Yeah, he says genuinely he didn't like it. But saying it such, calling the prequels better, that would be the kind of statement more at home on feeding the trolls. But I digress. Bottom line, it sucked.
I'm cutting you off here because you start cursing for over an hour. Anyway, this is Mav, and I'm signing... Wait, what's this weird feeling I'm feeling?
You see, Mav? I told you you would die.
Maybe you're better off with her. I think she's better for you. I forgot how great it felt to be us. Guess I got